It's time, it's time, it's time. Today is July the 31st, 2025, and it is 7:01 a.m. The three chairs of power, the three chairs of power, the three chairs of power. As you can see in the thumbnail, we have the second greatest ruler of the Mongolian Empire after my favorite conqueror of all time, Temujin, also known as Genghis Khan, which means universal ruler. Okay? We have Kublai Khan. And this particular thumbnail picture is from the Netflix series Marco Polo, which I really enjoyed, which really got me into Temujin, also known as Genghis Khan. Now, what are the three chairs of power? The first chair of power is a kingdom that you could sit on. A kingdom represents a small, medium range, and in some cases, a large range of territory with one ruler. Okay? The next chair of power that you could sit as the head is an empire. An empire is an expanded kingdom with also one ruler. And last but not least, the final chair of power that you can be the founder of is a dynasty, which is a lineage, okay, of greatness being passed down from generation to generation to generation. Now, when I say the chairs of power, I'm talking in the sense of how you can operate and achieve these things in this time, the modern time. Your kingdom represents your life. You build your life, starting with your mindset. Okay? You have to have a king of my kingdom mindset. Your kingdom is your foundation, which is your life. You build your life. Okay? And as you build your life and as you expand networking and developing relationships, alliances, and business, in your personal life, in your professional life, you expand from a kingdom to an empire. Now you're an emperor. Okay? And once you have a family or you develop a business of colleagues and employees, people that work with you, as you expand in your empire, the last chair of power is a dynasty where it's time for you to be the founder and pass down your greatness to an heir. to a successor that's going to continue your greatness, continue your greatness, and keep it going. Because one person can't rule forever. There has to come a point in time where you pass the torch. There has to come a point in time where you pass the baton. There has to come a point in time where you move on, where we move on to the next generation and the next generation and the next generation, because nothing stays the same. And by doing this, you leave a legacy. Okay? You leave a legacy. Build your kingdom. Expand to an empire. Pass it down through dynasty. Without a kingdom and without an empire, there is no dynasty. Genghis Khan might have been gone, but Kublai Khan was able to continue on the Khan dynasty, the Khan legacy. Okay? Now, me personally, I don't believe that to be a dynasty, it has to be biological, meaning it has to be family. I don't believe that. I believe that a dynasty is anything that's passed down, traditions that's passed down, teachings that's passed down, success that's passed down. Anything that's passed down that continues to grow and become successful is a dynasty. If I have a business, the people that worked with me, I pass down the business to them. They keep the legacy of the business going. That's a dynasty. Your empire consists of expansion. Okay? And you only can expand through networking because you get nowhere alone. You get nowhere alone. You can never network enough because you don't know who you're talking to until you're talking to them. You don't know what you need until you need it. There's always somebody to meet that you haven't met. There's always a deal to be done. There's always a new relationship to begin. In all relationships, all networking should be done from a position of positivity, being that baseline, in the exchange of value. I give you value, you give me value. But you set the foundation within having a kingdom mindset. Just like Donald Trump said, if you're going to be thinking, you might as well think big. If you're going to be thinking, you might as well think big. If you're going to be thinking, you might as well think big. Love him or hate him, Donald Trump built an empire. And we're not here to talk about how he did it. He did it. You know? Just like I talked about yesterday in my video on Robert Maxwell. Make sure y'all check it out. You got to do what you got to do to be successful at some point. Only your moral compass matters. Make sure y'all check out that video that I did on Robert Maxwell. But when it comes to a dynasty, you have to have something to pass down that's worth passing down. And I believe that that's one of the biggest problems with us as Black people. We don't have a kingdom mentality. We don't have an empire mentality. We don't have a dynasty mentality. We do not want to sit in those chairs. We don't put ourselves in a position to sit in those chairs. And you can't sit up here. I don't want to hear that it's the system, it's the system, it's the system. You've had people that were black that succeeded. You acting like no black person has ever succeeded. So I don't want to hear it. You in America, okay? Whether you male, whether you female, you in America. America is the one of the, if not the best. Well, as far as I'm concerned, America is the best country because I've only lived here. I can only go based off of where I've been. I have freedom of speech, you know. I have a lot of things. I have a lot of freedoms in this country. I have criticisms, but I wouldn't want to be nowhere else. America is the only country where you could be at the bottom and rise to the top. Most countries is built off of oligarchies, monarchies, patriarchies. You could come over here as a nobody, and within a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, you could be somebody of top tier. So let me ask you a question. Do you have what it takes? And I'm talking to myself first, then whoever's listening. Do you have what it takes to sit in the chair of king or queen of a kingdom? Do you have the mindset to sit in the chair of an emperor or an empress and have an empire? Do you have the mindset to become the founder of a lineage, a dynasty, passing down success and greatness and value from generation to generation, making you immortal? Do you? Because when it's all said and done, what you leave behind will matters. Your body will leave this earth, but the work that you put in while you was here is all that's going to matter. What you leave behind is all that's going to matter. So I encourage you today, have a kingdom mentality, have an empire mentality, and have a dynasty mentality. And before we end this video, I'm going to leave you with a Denzel Washington quote. The first stage of your life, you earn. The second stage of your life, I'm going to start this over, my fault. I'm going to leave you. Let me start it. I'm going to take my time. Excuse me, let me get it right. Let me take my time. It's okay. Before I end this video, and we live. We ain't editing nothing. We live. Before I end this video, I'm going to leave you with a Denzel Washington quote. The first stage of your life, you learn. The second stage of your life, you earn. And the last stage of your life, you return.